Hello.
Hello.
We're back, Lindsay, Melissa, and Gerald, and we are chatting about the July newsletter that was just out right now. It's out there for all to see. And so we'll start off. Yeah, how do we want to start this? Do you want to start about crabbing, local stuff, move on to real estate?
Summer fun.
Summer fun.
Everyone's out enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah.
And Vince has been bugging me to go crabbing. So we finally bought a crab pot and we just went out to Madrona Beach down the street here and hopped on the paddleboard and talked to a couple friends that have done it from paddleboards or little rowboats. It's pretty calm right out front here. We dropped a pot in yesterday and caught a small crab that we threw back, but it was pretty fun to do. And we'll see if we have more luck today.
Yeah, I haven't done crabbing on the paddleboard, but we want to do that because we have, the good size ones that I'd feel more secure with bringing up a pot. But that looks like so much fun.
What do you guys usually do?
Just my dad's boat.
Yeah.
We just take that out.
Nice.
Yeah. And my niece and nephew, who are now 22 and 19, my dad has those two trained. So he doesn't have to do anything. They can back up the boat and drive it. Like, he doesn't even have to be in the boat anymore, which he's not mad about.
Yeah,
so
that's how you do it.
I know. But crabbing has been really good. The opening weekend, they got 15 and had to give them away. So
that's what we found is if you don't catch any yourself, usually someone will gift you one. And that's what's nice.
I know.
At least someone has a surplus.
Yeah. And it's funny too when you've been crabbing and out here it's such a big deal. And then you go to different places, like when we go to Ocean Shores and go the local places and how much Dungeness is selling for. And you're just like, okay, I'm spoiled.
No.
It's like $20 a crab. So
it's crazy. Yeah. So I know that's super fun. So you're going out today?
We dropped a pot out yesterday. So we got to go pick it up.
Okay.
Just waiting for the waters to calm down a little.
I know.
But we've also been doing a lot of fishing. We've caught some trout in the last couple of days, and trout is not as expensive to buy at the store, but it's still a lot of fun and it's good eating.
Yeah. Did you do your tournament at Lake Martha yesterday?
It's more of a fishing party. No one was really tournament, but only Vince caught a fish yesterday.
Oh,
it was
I know.
So
right at 1:00 before anyone got there.
Oh,
he was out on the dock by himself and caught it, and then yelled at us that he caught a fish. So.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Does he have a good sized pole? Because he's tall now.
An adult pole, yeah. Other kids had fun though and tried, and good swimming and kayaking.
The weather was perfect.
Yeah, it was so nice out.
It was so nice. Yeah, it was so nice yesterday. Well, that's why it's called fishing and not catching.
Yeah.
I remind myself that too. But Fred did say there's some really good fishing on that lake.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's good.
Fun.
Go Vince. Go Vince. Cool. All right. So that's some fun summer things happening.
And we could talk about the Silvana Schoolhouse. We just started renovations. So we've had the electricians there this past week, making sure everything looks good, adding some outlets. And then the next step will be drywall. And we're also going to start the exterior painting. And how's it going with you?
Yeah, and working on turning the kitchen into a commercial kitchen and just figuring out what that looks like so it can be used for events. And the bathroom is being remodeled. So get to go pick out some tile this week. So that's fun because we haven't really done a renovation project in a while. It's been a couple years. And then also, Gerald, you found out that the loft studio is all set up for a kitchen, the plumbing and electricity and everything.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was already ready to go for a kitchen up there. So
great.
I think we've been pretty lucky to have really good friends and contractors stop by to look at the property, give us ideas. Brian from Tapped Camano came out and told us exactly what to do to the kitchen, and even drew a layout for us, which was amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Why not ask people that actually know what something should be. So really grateful that he took time to come out and and guide us through that.
Yeah, I just love our community so much.
Yes.
We have such a great community out here. That is amazing. Oh, that's so cool. I need to go back out there. I didn't realize I didn't get to go up to the loft space before. So
Yes. And now that I'm thinking about like, a commercial kitchen, it just is what it is. It's not really an aesthetic, right? So now I have an idea for this little loft kitchen, how cute that could be, and still on a budget.
Yeah, exactly.
So that'll be fun. Yeah, also at the schoolhouse, kind of knowing what the renovation timeline is, we feel pretty confident that we can be open by October 4th. So I did put that date out. It's always, for me, I just need to have like a date to work toward. I know Gerald would like to be open sooner than that, but I really want to have time to make sure we have all the right fixtures and the right products and, everything right inside after the renovation is done. So I feel like it's still an ambitious
good to have a deadline, right?
Yeah, I like a deadline too. It helps kind of light some fire with like
It's doable. Yeah.
Moving,
Yeah. And, we're still figuring out exactly what it's going to be, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be like half of the space products that I'm bringing in and curating, similar to the Camano Shop with a slightly different vibe. And then the other half will be more other vendors and community. So I'm trying to leave it kind of open to see what makes sense in there. So if you know of a cool small business looking for a space or some sort of opportunity to collaborate, please reach out. We'd love to, find out more about your business or a business that, you would like to see inside of a store. Yeah. So there's a little bit more room to play than there is at the Camano Shop. So just trying to think outside the box and ways that we can, promote other businesses and also bring like a good variety of things to the community to shop. That's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, that's so exciting. I can just picture the front, like, around that time, it's going to be fall. So you're going to have pumpkins and it's just going to have that cute fall. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yes, the seasons are always so fun.
Yes. Are you doing similar colors? Like just kind of a refresh with the paint?
The exterior will still be white. After the drywall is done, the interior will be painted white, kind of doing darker wood fixtures. We want it to still feel 100 years old as much as we can. Yeah.
Love that. Awesome. Cool.
The next thing we could talk about is the American Dream TV. So thanks for everyone that watched it and told me that I did a good job. Appreciate that. And
Listen, natural.
It was pretty amazing that we were able to feature the Camano Shop and Melissa in the first episode. For the second episode, we did the segment on the Stanwood Farmers Market.
Oh, cool.
And I was able to talk to the marketing manager there, Hannah Gould, and also the owner of the Lavender Farms Legacy Fields. Did I say that right?
Yes.
And I don't have her name handy here, Renee. And so I'm looking forward to that. That'll be airing in August, probably end of August. So follow us on social media and we'll post ours.
Awesome. Cool. I'm excited to see that one.
Yeah, same thing with like Silvana Schoolhouse. If for future segments, we're always looking for interesting like local business or filming location. So if you have any ideas, please let us know.
Yeah.
That could be anywhere. It could be Camano, Stanwood, Seattle, Ocean Shores. We can travel, or he can travel for it.
Yes.
I know, to go down to Ocean Shores right now would be so fun.
Yes.
Westport or something.
Is that on the list? A little trip to Ocean Shores?
It is on the list.
Yeah.
And I think I want to give it away, but that might be episode 3. Stay tuned.
Yay! That's awesome.
What are you talking about?
Camano magazine summer issue is out. We had our launch party at the shop, which was so much fun.
Oh, she has one.
There it is. We've been getting really good feedback on it. There's so much content in there.
My favorite, I have to say, because I got one for my mom and my sister. I knew they would love the farm stand.
Yes.
Like, because Kim goes to a few anyway. But yeah, she's like, oh, I didn't know a couple of these other ones are in here. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
great.
Samantha did an awesome job putting that segment together. And then Jess Sandstrom did the art in that feature. So it was a super cute collaboration that they did.
Oh, it's such a good one.
And it's available online at CamanoMagazine.com. We have some at the shop and at the loft at the Commons. And you can also buy it at IGA. Yes,
Yes.
Famous. Put them right next to the Magnolia ones, you know?
Yeah. I
Oh.
haven't gone in to see them yet. Samantha was in and took
good.
and to have a magazine in a grocery store, you have to have the special barcode, and there was things you have to do to make it even able to be sold in a grocery store. So it's pretty exciting that
That's interesting.
it's there
You have
now.
to tell me how that worked, because I was wondering, I'm like, oh, I wonder if there's like certain, criteria to qualify to have the
Yeah.
magazine there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah. So
sweet.
it's pretty cool. So you can get a copy. And when they're gone, they're gone.
That's it. I know. Legacy right here on my coffee table. I have all of them. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk real estate.
Okay.
Do it.
So, a little bit, not a lot has changed since the last month. We've seen quite a bit of increase in inventory, and there's a report from Northwest MLS that said all of the counties experienced double-digit inventory gains year over year. So that's interesting.
That is
And
interesting.
So people are listing and selling.
Yeah.
So there's
Yep.
more available, more options for buyers.
Yeah, I keep telling, my buyers, now it's a great time to buy because there's so much inventory, so many options, and you have an ability to negotiate and try to get a good deal.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't wait for interest rates to go down. A lot of that is going to be dependent on the Fed and what happens there with Jerome Powell and if he stays on or not. And, buy now, get a great deal, and refinance later. That's what I would recommend.
And that's what we do, what we did,
Yeah.
right?
What we
Yeah,
do.
we don't just
Yeah.
we don't tell you guys to go and do something that we're not going to do ourselves. So we've sold properties this year. We've bought property. So
Yeah, it's
we
like
kind of take our own advice and give you the same advice.
Yeah.
And
Because you've
if you
experienced it.
Yeah.
You've gone through the
if you
emotions.
didn't, the last episode we did, that is really our foundation. That's our core philosophy on real estate is, don't wait to buy real estate, buy real estate and wait.
Yeah.
We talk about getting on the real estate escalator. Your first home doesn't have to be your dream home. It can be, just to get started somewhere, get in the game. And, we've lived all that. And that's just our advice and our experience. And I've spoken to a lot of sellers the last couple of weeks. I've done a bunch of CMAs, home valuations, and, they're not going to be able to sell a house like they did back in COVID and get the multiple offers and the crazy escalations, but most of them are going to do very well. I would say most of them have 30-40% equity in their homes, some people even more than that. So I think most sellers are going to do well if they sell now. And yeah, if you didn't get a chance to see some of the graphs and charts that we use, I'll repost those on the blog. And
Yeah, those graphs are really, really interesting to see, because you had the one were there three different ones, or there are a couple of them?
Yeah, the one I use the most is it just shows the yearly appreciation from, like, was it 1970, and on average it's around 4%, but there were a couple years during COVID and before that where we were seeing like 10-20% appreciation. But if you even factor in what happened in 2007-8 through 2012, that period with what happened recently, that 4% curve is still valid and you can see it in that chart. So, what I tell buyers is it doesn't really matter what you pay for the property. If you need to overpay by $10,000, it's not a big deal. What's most important is when you go to sell the property. And what you can sell it for. So I would take like a long-term view on real estate values, and they're usually headed up and up.
Yeah, and like for the short term, thinking about what your monthly payment is, right? And what's realistic for your budget and how does that compare to rent? And also when you were talking about like how your first home doesn't have to be like your dream home, like you're usually giving something up to own, like maybe it's not exactly in the location that you want, or maybe it's not the square footage that you want. So like our first home we bought in Everett, and I wanted to be in Seattle. Like we couldn't afford
Mhm.
Seattle. So we bought in Everett. That was our compromise. And then our second home, when we really wanted to be in Seattle, we compromised the square footage. So it was a very small house.
Mhm.
So just coming to terms with like what are you willing to sacrifice
Yeah.
to get on that
Hmm.
escalator?
Mhm.
And everyone's situation is different,
Yeah.
so feel free to reach out to us. And with us, we'll always give you our honest opinion and feedback, and help you make the right decision. We've got a ton of data to share, our own personal experiences, and always happy to be a resource to you guys and to your friends and family. And we are here for you.
Yeah, they're Yodas, not just in the real estate world and entrepreneurship, really. But there is in the newsletter, I had mentioned it before we get started. You have that graphic in there for sell or buy, which is I really like it. Which
Mhm.
should you do first? Depending on what makes
Oh,
sense.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a really complicated scenario when people want a different house, but they can't get there till they sell their current house. And what is that strategy? Because there are actually quite a few different ways that you can do it,
Hmm.
and they're all going to have a little bit of a pain point. So it's kind of like picking your pain to
Yeah.
get where you want to be eventually. So it can feel overwhelming, but we love like talking people through the different strategies and figuring out what could work for them.
Hmm.
And personally, we've done it twice where we were contingent, and it is one of the most stressful things you can do in this life. And so I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but
No, I remember you had clients where they were contingent on a property on Camano, and then they're just but hearing their stress, even though it wasn't on the market for very long, but it was just maybe a little that like they were thinking it would sell faster, and you just don't you can't
Yeah,
predict it. But I felt their stress, and it
yeah,
wasn't even long for, so I can't imagine.
yeah. A contingent offer could be bumped,
Yeah.
or it
Hmm.
could fall apart. So
Yeah.
you also have to be, if you go that route,
Hmm.
okay letting it go, which is
Right.
a lot to think about.
It is. It is. Yeah.
yeah, the nice thing is more and more lenders are offering a buy before you sell program, and a lot of those fees have come down quite a bit from like when I started offering those. So
Yeah.
that's definitely another option. Is you can go and buy your next house first, move in, and then sell your house, and that's one of a less stressful way to approach it.
Hmm.
The most stressful way is going to be the contingent route, and then I think the third option would be to
Yeah,
sell your
so
house.
yeah, the third option is the least risky, but the most inconvenient. So that would
Yes.
be selling your house, finding a place to rent,
Hmm.
live there, search for a house. You have
Hmm.
your money in your bank account ready to go when the right house comes up. So that is the the lowest risk. It's probably what most people are comfortable with. Um,
Hmm.
but it is the most inconvenient because you're having to move a couple of times.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That was a situation with that, that blue house on the end of Camano Hill.
Oh, yeah.
That's the buyers that they had to do that, where they
Yep.
were renting down the street and they were
Sure.
just like, we want that house, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll kind of, so they risked, even losing
Yep.
the deal. But yeah, so.
But great things in life are never easy to get
No.
right?
If
So
anything, you'll appreciate it so much more.
I do feel like when you hand over the keys
Oh,
to a client and they've just been through it all to get there, like just their body just like relaxes and they're so happy. And
yeah.
there's like the dream of their new life in this house, and that's
Mhm.
like the exciting part. But yeah, it can be a journey to get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those funny reels and memes online that's no joke. It's no joke. Like starting as a realtor and you're all like, looking nice, and at the end of the deal you're like, oh, this disheveled person. Sometimes it can be that way. Yeah. Fun. All right. Any other topics?
No, everyone get outside and go enjoy the weather.
Yeah, come to some open houses. We have a great listing in Brentwood. Beautiful newer construction, and Lindsay's been holding some opens there. So definitely check it out, or send your friends if they're thinking about making a move out to Camano. Yeah, it's a great house, like kind of the perfect layout of a house.
It really is. It's so beautiful. And in that neighborhood too, location. Someone had mentioned too who lives, they were stopped by and they lived in Finister Heights. But she was saying, yeah, if you, I think being closer to the fire station or all of that, that's on the north end of Camano. I didn't even consider that. Like, oh yeah, like if you're concerned about that. But yeah, the north end of Camano is definitely sought after. But yeah.
Great.
It's cute. Yeah, come visit me. I'll be living there. And then Gerald, hopefully you get some crabs in your pot.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the plan.
Sometimes like in the afternoon on that side of the island, it can be a little choppy. So hopefully it's not.
And I got the binoculars and I'm looking out the window and seeing if there's anybody else out there on their kayaks or.
Yeah. Oh, right. There you go. Is it white?
Oh, man.
Is it capping? Yeah. Don't do it. All right. Thank you everyone for listening.
Yeah. Enjoy summer.
Bye.
All right. Bye.